Day 5, it just stopped. And it's like, what happened? It's like I was getting, I don't know, 10 or 15 or so a day. And then all of a sudden I'm down to 0 for a couple days. And so that's why I got really angry with YouTube. And it's like, it's you and this crazy algorithm, and you're not putting it out in front of people. And that's why they're not looking, because this is a good video. I was supposed to be filming my 90-day first RV trip highlights, or actually what I learned, what I would change, those kind of things, and I will do that video. But I just had to stop to do this video about why I thought about quitting YouTube. So a couple days ago, I think I reached a point and I was like, why am I doing this YouTube thingy? I'm spending a lot of time, you know, a little investment up front, and I can't even get 1 or 2 people to look at a video. Surely out of how many million people look at YouTube, could I not get 1 or 2 people to look at this? And so then, of course, I started blaming YouTube. It's like, it's YouTube's fault. You're not putting it out there, because surely somebody would click on this. Even if they clicked on for 10 seconds, somebody would click on to these videos. So I've done, I think, almost 20. So I just started thinking about the whole thing. Should I quit? I know it's early. It's only 90 days. You know, what should I do? So I kind of came up with a couple of things, a couple of actually stages that I think I'm going through. I don't know if you go through it or not. And if you go through it, then maybe this will be of help to you. I was thinking about the 5 stages of grief that most of us know about. And I was like, well, am I going through 5 stages of grief? It's like, well, I don't think it's really grief. So basically, I kind of made up my own based on some of the stages that people go through for grief and for some other things. And then maybe, you know, you can help me get through this, and then maybe I can give you some ideas of what I'm doing maybe to get through. And I call them the 6 stages of YouTube grief, for lack of a better terms. So the first stage I came up with was curiosity. I wasn't really into TikTok or Instagram or any of those things until a few months ago. And I started watching, actually, let me take this back. About a year ago, I started watching YouTubes for RVs. And so I have a couple of favorites that I follow. And so I was watching those and excited about that. And then a couple months ago, I thought, well, maybe I can do that too, to chronicle my adventures. So the curiosity was, you know, maybe a year or so ago, got into watching some YouTube videos. And of course, I think we all go to how-to YouTube. So curiosity is stage 1. So then I got to the excitement stage, and that's when I got my RV, I got my truck, I had mapped out my plans for where I was going to RV for the next couple months, and I was so excited. So I was like, okay, then I will chronicle with YouTube instead of just, you know, pictures that I have to try and send to 1 or 2 select people. And so this is probably, if you saw my first video, you saw my statement, everything all at once. So I was trying to learn how to drive a truck, how to drive an RV, how to trip plan, and then how to do YouTube videos, and then how to edit. So I had an editing software package that I was using, and it's like, well, how do I do all this? And I was RVing by myself as a solo. So at the beginning, I think I probably put out at least 2 or 3 or 4 videos a week the first week or so, because I was trying to get up to date. And then, you know, for family and friends that were hoping to follow my journey, I wanted them to be as up to date as possible. So that's why I put out so many at the beginning. So also during this time of excitement and curiosity, I was also watching YouTube videos on, you know, how to start a YouTube channel, how to grow it, how to, you know, all the things that you need to do to make a success out of your channel. So, you know, one of them said, you know, put bunches out there at once, especially if you're new, just loads and loads. So that's one reason I was putting a lot of stuff out there. So I was trying to teach myself how to do this, and I think it was doing pretty good. But then I got to stage 3, And stage 3 is what I'm calling the grind or grinding. And that is the work. Oh my God, how many hours did I put into just trying to figure out how to put text into my video, or how to cut it without losing the whole video, or how to include a photo inside the video. Those are things that every time I had to do this, I had to relearn and watch another YouTube video to remind myself of what I'm supposed to do to get that in there. So that definitely was the grind. So, and all this time, you know, I'm also doing the grind with moving every 1 to 3 days with my RV. So I was trying to learn how to back up, how to unhook, how to rehook, how to hook my water up. If anything happened crazy, how to like deal with that. So I'm calling that the grind, because that was just, you know, a lot of work. You know, I knew it would be some work, but that's the stage that I was in, stage 3 for the YouTubes. So then stage 4, and I guess, you know, I've been, you know, I think you kind of go in and out of these phases. You know, you'll stay in some a little bit longer, and then sometimes I think you revert backwards. So I kind of got into the reality after my first couple of videos, when it's like, oh my gosh, only, you know, 3 people are watching, and I know 2 of them were my brother and my sister. So it's like, what happened is like, you know, surely somebody would click on this thing. I mean, you know, they were not great, as we, you know, when you get started, they're not the best, but they weren't the worst either. I've watched other people that have lots, and that's part of this reality phase, when you start comparing yourself to other YouTubers, and it's like, well, how come they're just doing this and they've got like 10,000 clicks and I have 2? And so that's really pretty frustrating, and that's part of that reality. Then I got into the, you know, the algorithms, which, you know, I'm trying to understand, but then I keep watching all these YouTube videos. It's like, oh, it was one way last year, now it's this way. You need to do this, you need to do that. I was like, what to do? Because it's like, nobody's watching these, and do I really even need to put it out there? Because I guess I could eventually send my brother and sister a photo album if that was the case. So then I came into stage 5, and again, stage 5, I think we keep going back and forth into this adjustments to realities to the grind, but stage 5 I'm calling adjustments. And that's where I've watched, God knows how many YouTube videos of what to do if you're not getting clicks. I mean, I think that's the clickbait right there. And that's why they're getting clicks. Maybe I should title this How to Get Clicks. But, so anyway, so I was like, how do I adjust? So, you know, some people go like, again, put out 5 or 6 or 7, you know, not every week, but some people do daily, you know, say put out more, lots every week. And other people were saying, no, you need to make longer videos. And then other people say, no, you need to make them shorter. And then it's like, of course you need a better thumbnail. And then you need a better title. So I was going to all these places trying to figure out, you know, GPT chats and other YouTubes and other software packages that help you with getting thumbnails and titles. And actually I have switched out a couple of thumbnails. Honestly, I can't tell that they've made any more progress than what they were before, but I'm paying more attention to the title. So I definitely understand that you do need to hook people in. If they don't like your thumbnail, they're probably not going to click on it. And if they click on it, you know, some people read titles. I read titles as well. And if they click on in the first couple seconds, I'd say 15 to 20 seconds, if they don't like what you're giving, and then they move on. Because I have clicked on a few and it's just like music for 30 seconds, or it's just somebody driving with no talking for 30 seconds, and it's like, I don't even know what's going on, so I'm clicking off that. So I stopped that. Then I started putting chapters in some of those, because, you know, I actually like to have videos, certain videos that have chapters, so I can either reference back if I watch it again, or move forward if it's something that's not pertinent to me. So I started doing that. So all those changes, and I'm still in this phase where I'm making adjustments and seeing what I can do, and so I can stop blaming YouTube, and hopefully, you know, do a little bit better with the videos. I had one video that did much better. Let's see, a couple of the 4 or 5 times better than my other video that had done well. But it's like all of a sudden it was doing well, it was getting clicks and clicks. I mean, not that many in the scheme of things, but still. And then on one day, like day 5, it just stopped. And it's like, what happened? It's like I was getting, I don't know, 10 or 15 or so a day. And then all of a sudden I'm down to 0 for a couple days. And so that's why I got really angry with YouTube. And it's like, it's you and this crazy algorithm, and you're not putting it out in front of people. And that's why they're not looking, because this is a good video. So anyway, so between all that frustration, I was like, well, I'm not going to quit. It's only been 90 days. I actually enjoy editing. I just don't have the time, and it would be nice if I knew people were enjoying them and getting something out of it. So I'm going to try and make some changes, and that's my 6th stage, my 6th step, which is acceptance. So I've accepted the fact that, yes, I'm new. The videos are probably not as entertaining as they need to be, or they're not teaching people what people want to hear. So I need to do a better job with that, and just chronicling my my travels. And I wasn't really very good with the with the telephone camera, or even this GoPro. So I'm getting better every time, and I'm gonna like stick it out a little bit longer and see what I can do. And I'll try change up my format here and there. And I would love if people just put in the comments what you like to see in a video that will attract you to, 1, to click on it, and 2, to stay there, or 3, to even make a comment or a like. I'd love to know, because I'm pretty open and I can be flexible. And as I'm trying to brainstorm of other ways to present my travels that's more entertaining or educational, I'll definitely be excited to hear about comments and thoughts from you guys. So anyway, I think I've answered my question. I'm not going to quit now. This is my 90-day check-in, and so stay tuned for that video that will be out soon about what I've learned from that adventure. And then I will keep posting videos. I'm still doing adventures. And then at my 6-month period, my 2nd quarter, I'll come back and tell you if which adjustments worked and which did not work. So anyway, hopefully if you're going through any of these stages, or if you have a different stage that you want to share with me, because maybe it's something I overlooked, please let me know. Stick it in the comments below. And otherwise, I'll see you on my next video. I'm going to do one for Halloween, so stay tuned for that one, my haunted house one. And then I will do my 60-day one. Thanks a bunch.